The official SmackDown post show, March 13th, 2026, begins right now.
2 out of 3 falls.
If you're just joining us, SmackDown has just concluded. Heel Randy Orton is back. For the 400 people that have tapped in throughout the night, whether on X or on YouTube, breaking news, y'all. Heel Randy Orton is motherfucking back. I'm with it. I think this match needed it. Cody was on that. We friends. You're my guy. I looked up to you. Trying to tell him, hey, the final bell on WrestleMania, just know I still love you, insinuating like, yo, I'm gonna win. Like, Orton, you're gonna lose, man. I still love you, bro, but it just signed the fucking contract. Orton was like, hey, you're doing too much now, Cody. You're doing too much. And Orton's trying to talk. Cody trying to shut him down. Orton said, nah. My man said, hold up. We're not doing that right now. And if you're just joining us, I'm trying to type up the links for everybody to tap in. Appreciate it. 460 now have tapped in, whether on YouTube or on X. Thank you guys. Greatly appreciate it. Should be joined by my boy Terrence Watson in a few minutes. But this is the Friday night SmackDown post show, March 13th, 2026. And most importantly, as I mentioned earlier, heel Randy Orton is back. This is how you end SmackDown in the contract signing with Cody Rhodes, the defending WWE champion, getting Randy Orton in the main event of night 1 of WrestleMania. Contract signing is going cool, going smooth, and everything. And like I mentioned, Cody was on too much on the friendship stuff, shaking hands, fist bumps. My first match in the company was against Randy Orton. I watch you win the Rumble, main event WrestleMania. I leave the company, I come back and I'm following your footsteps. And Orton's like, cool, yeah, cool. I get that, but let me get some shit off my chest. And when Cody cut him off, I think that's where that set off the heel. Randy Orton has been locked up for quite some time. We have not seen a heel Randy Orton. Shit, when was the last time he fucking pandemic? Am I bugging? The last time you saw a heel Randy Orton was with Edge at WrestleMania 36. Is that the last time we saw heel? Because it was him and Riddle. Then he had a thing with Kevin Owens, but Randy was a good guy. Drew McIntyre, he was a good guy. So we have not seen Randy Orton heel in a very, very fucking long time. It's probably been 5-6 years. And now they were not going to turn Cody Rhodes. They're not making heel Cody, not right now. Not right now. They had to bring, matter of fact, let me get my boy Terrence Watson here. Terrence, where are you, my man? There you go.
Can you see me?
I see you, but you're frozen like the movie.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Let's give it a second. Let's see what happens.
I got you. If not, we're like Jay Uso. We're gonna run it back. We're gonna we're gonna run it back. Um, Randy Orton saved WrestleMania. I mean, if you feel that way, Ice. I mean, Punk and Roman on that side is pretty lethal too. Um, so Terrence, if you're just joining us, SmackDown post show, my man Lower East Scribe on all social media platforms. We got 590 who have tapped in the chat, whether on X or on YouTube. Thank you guys. We really appreciate your love and support. Have you seen or heard anything from SmackDown?
As usual, I'm a little bit behind him on the West Coast. I have it on right now at the very beginning. The only thing I seen online was I saw Trick and Jacob got like they had a match. I didn't see the match. I don't know what happened. I just saw the promo behind, where my man Trick was like, yo, where's Trips at? That was funny.
Yeah.
And then what else did I see? I saw that Jade might have had a match with Michin.
Yeah, she did. She did.
That's the only thing I saw, Randy. I don't know anything else.
I know you were in the queue, but did you hear me say anything?
I heard you say something about Orton, but I don't know in what context. You talking about him being a heel and how they're not going to turn Cody. That's all I heard.
Okay, so at the end of SmackDown, they had the contract signing.
All right.
The typical contract signing, right?
Okay.
They both start off sitting at the same table. Cody signs the contract, and he gives a story about how like 07, I come in, you're my first opponent. I looked up to you. I see you in the Rumble, main event WrestleMania. I leave the company, I come back, and then Orton was about to sign it. He got up and was telling Cody like, I need this, I need that. I think he points to the WrestleMania sign. I need this. Okay. And then Cody cuts him off, saying, "Let me take this weight off your shoulders," because Randy said it was supposed to be Drew McIntyre. And then Cody said, "Let me take this weight off your shoulders." He said a speech. He said, I know you, the voice in your head, when the bell rings, the Viper Legend Killer pops out. But just know when the final bell rings that, like, I still love you. You're still my guy. Insinuating that when it's all said and done, I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania. Right? So then Orton hears that, and he goes apeshit on Cody Rhodes. Like he punches him, he kicks him in the nuts, he rips his shirt off, he puts his head on the fucking table, throws him outside to the announce table. He busts Cody Rhodes open through the steel steps, and then he bounces. And I'm thinking, all right, this is over. My man come back. See, he circles the block, got the steel chair. So Cody's head is in between the steel steps. Randy comes back, steel chair, like a concerto, bam, like once or twice. He just lost it. He goes back in the ring. Oh, he pushed Aldis. He pushed Jelly Roll. My man, Orton was bugging. He goes back in the ring. He puts a chair in the middle of the ring. He sits down and he has the title on his lap. And that's how the show goes off. So as in real time, if I could find some photos while you're talking, I'll show them to you.
So you're saying like you basically think he's gonna turn heel in order to win, like he needs to be.
I think they had to do this one because they were not gonna turn Cody at all. That wasn't not gonna have two baby faces walk into Mania. Both matches pretty much have Roman's more on the gray side and Punk, and now you have grayish Randy Orton because the fans were still cheering. Randy. They were still cheering Orton.
I don't know that they're not going to. Like everybody at this point just loves Randy Orton. That wants to see him win. Mm-hmm. It's like when Cena turned heel and won his title. People were still cheering for him, and he was crying behind the belt. Like, you know what I mean? It's just so funny. Like, because sometimes, like, at this point, the fans have grown up with these characters.
Yeah.
But also the real person, right? So it's like a little hard to get them to like. Them being the fans to stay, like for them to stay in character, like for them to remember, like, oh wait, no, he's a heel, we gotta boo. Do you remember when Naomi won?
Yeah.
And everybody was chanting, "You deserve it," and like she almost started crying, and she had to catch herself, and then be the character again. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's interesting where we are in wrestling, where it's like I don't think there's ever been more gray area because not we, but like wrestling as a business has let people in so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like before, you had to earn it. You remember that back in the day, you had to like really like learn Bret Hart's brothers' names and shit. Like you had to really find out like Sean's real name or anything like that. You had to earn it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
Most of us thought Kane and Undertaker were brothers and Yokozuna might be Japanese. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really had to learn these things.
And they thought Razor was Cuban.
You feel me? So it's like, mind you, what's funny about Razors, it took me until I was a real true adult to realize why they called him Razor. But still, like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, tell me, what's the story behind Razor?
Think about it. If he was supposed to be a Scarface character, yo, it took forever for me to like. I don't know why I never put 2 and 2. Maybe as a kid, it just went so far over my head and like,
yeah,
you know what I mean. But yeah, that's why he was Razor Ramon, which is insane. But the point is, now we have shows on Netflix that tell you the real person. Now we know, Rhea Ripley actually has anxiety until she comes out from behind the curtain. Like,
yeah,
I'm just saying this to say like people care about the person. People, you know what I mean, and they should. That's not a bad thing. It's just it's very hard sometimes to like toe that line and like we might be going for like okay, we want to make Randy a heel now, but it's a little late for that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know he's a locker room leader. You know what I mean? He came back after a long hiatus, to do certain things, and there's not a fan who grew up with him or who's been introduced to him and loves him now that doesn't want to see him, tie Ric Flair. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I don't know. It's just gonna be very hard to get that audience. And like, what are we, a month and a half from Mania?
A little over a month.
So you turn them heel now. You didn't even really give the fans real time to invest in the idea of like, okay, like, because they probably want to see the Viper. Every time it looks like in the past, every time it's looked like he's about to like punt somebody, people cheer. You watched it, people cheer. Nobody looks at it like, oh no, don't do that. Like, right. You know what I mean? We want to see him kick the fuck out of somebody's head.
That's a fact. Let me show you some images. So anybody watching on X on YouTube, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Got over 745 that I tapped in somehow, some way, whether on X or on YouTube. Any questions, feedback regarding SmackDown, hit us up in the chat. We'll get right to it. Randy is still going to get cheered in Vegas. Call it the Dan. I agree. I felt like one of them was supposed to be leaning the gray side. And I think Randy fits best as a heel. We still haven't seen Cody as a heel in the company. I don't know if we're ever going to get that or anytime soon. But I think going into this match, I did not know it would be this quick, but Orton has made the change, and we'll see how the crowd reacts next week. Does he get cheered for what he did to Cody? We don't know, because you said universally people love Randy Orton. He could be the biggest asshole in the world, but he'll still get cheered. So it's just a more of the gray area as opposed to really 1,000% Orton good guy and 1,000% Cody good guy going into WrestleMania. They're not gonna have that. It's like Roman and Punk. Punk is 1,000% good guy. Roman's like,
but even when he was a heel, which was most of that run, everybody saluted this man. Everybody threw the ones up. Everybody loved him in the bloodline. Like, that's what I mean. Like, where I'm like, yo, it's just not that simple anymore.
Yeah. I said it would have been so corny if it would just, you're my brother, I love you, man, into the main event. Nah, they had to do some shit, bro. And I'm glad they did it quick. I'm glad they did it quick and now waste time. And is Orton gonna RKO Cody on a specific SmackDown? And I thought if they were gonna make Orton heelish, Cody would win the match at Mania, then Orton RKO's Cody to get that heel vibe, and then they run it back at Backlash. But now, as I'm going to show you some images from SmackDown, this was the end. So this is just Orton by himself with the belt. Like I mentioned, after doing what he did to Cody Rhodes, you can see the blood on his hand. Then there's another photo.
It looks like a man about his business. You know what I'm saying?
He don't give a fuck right now. He don't care. Another one coming in. As you see, so it seems like every WrestleMania time Cody does this, because we saw it with John Cena, with Travis Scott. We saw it with The Rock the year prior. And now 30 in a row before Mania, Cody gets busted open.
He's going to get some color. I'll tell you that. Yeah. I think that's why, he's got the blonde. He's enough of a throwback. He's enough of a child and student of the game. He knows it looks better when the blonde hair has got a little red in it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks more dramatic.
Of course.
I'm going to say something off the cuff that's related, though. I wish that they would let you bust someone open, in WWE 2K. Like, because you never get blood. I don't think. I have the other one, and unless there's a code that I just don't have where you can actually get some color. But
yeah,
it would be fun. I feel like at some point, like if you was in a hardcore match or something, it should be allowed if you hit somebody enough times or with something hard enough.
True.
That was just random. I just been thinking about that.
Yeah,
we can stay on topic.
Dan said Cody's still my guy, but as soon as he started to, the I love yous, and I was like, Randy, please nerf this guy immediately. Yeah, he definitely nerfed him. He definitely fucking nerfed. Another image coming in. Yeah, this is how SmackDown went off the air. So Randy heard the voices, and he just snapped into the Viper, the Legend Killer vibe, and the crowd was really into it. In the beginning, it was like, hey, you saw the crowd reaction, but as the following minutes, Randy, they didn't care what he did. They're still a fan of Orton.
Yeah, I mean, it is funny too. Like you said, for the past 3 Manias, this has been the story with Cody. Let's just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah,
go leading up to it and see what happens.
Iceman, Terrence. And so my question is, do we see Cody get punt kicked? I think they'll probably say if they're gonna have Orton attempt, it'll be Mania. I don't think he does it prior to Mania.
Yeah, that might be the catalyst. That might be the thing where it's I had to do what I had to do to win.
Yeah.
Because remember what's funny? I picked up on some foreshadowing. Okay. I think it was last week when Cody and Sammy, they were in the back, and basically Cody was telling Sammy what's standing between you and winning is you. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go for yours, basically.
Exactly.
So it's not like he don't know that, and it's not like Randy ain't hear that. You know what I mean? Because you think Cody wouldn't do whatever he had to do in order to win and maintain that title? No. He's relentless too. So that's where it's I don't know. Even if, okay, I have a question for you and for the chat. Could Randy come back as the Viper, but the Viper not be a heel? Because he just come back on some psycho shit, on some it ain't about terrorizing everybody. It's about legacy now. It's about something else. But in order to do that, in order to maintain, in order to actually reach the pantheon and be in the conversation with the greats, the true greats, you know what I mean? That very, very top of the wrestling pyramid, these voices got to come back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it's about.
Can he be the Viper as a good guy?
Or a tweener, somebody who's not fully on some Seth Rollins, on some Roman Reigns. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think Viper is. And I think I said it before you got on. If this is heel Orton, this is the first time we've seen heel Orton since pandemic. We're talking about 6 years. Because I think every year after was him and Matt Riddle, the bloodline stuff, Drew McIntyre. he has not been a bad guy in that long. Now, am I saying is he full throttle bad guy next week? And all that, it depends how the crowd reacts. Like, they got to have Cody search this man down next week in the arena upside down. They can't come back into the ring and be like a promo. You gotta do some. You gotta do some shit outside the ring, outside the arena, some shit like that. Cody got to get his lick back, but not that quick. But he's got to be on a man on a mission, looking for fucking Randy Orton next week.
I'm trying to think of how they could do it. Like you're right. I think a backstage segment. It got to be a run in. It's got to be like somebody's in a car, find somebody. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like it has to be something, but violence. It can't be about a match. It got to be about violence.
Ice, I think you have to go into settings and turn blood on manually, Terrence.
Word. Thank you, Ice.
Oh, for 2K?
You know I'm gonna go in there and turn that blood on. You know what I'm saying? like Jacob Fatu.
Oh shit. I gotta get into Fatu. Anyway. Does Randy lead another stable out of this? I don't know. I don't think Randy needs it to spearhead a stable.
I don't know if it would be about Randy needing it. This is a good question though, because could it be one of those things where you're absolutely right, he doesn't need it, but could a stable under Orton work where like now he's the OG, the way the evolution did, where Ric Flair was the OG. And look what that did for Randy. Look what that did for Batista. Trips didn't need it. He was in his prime, but could there be something that like okay, there's some younger guys. You know what I mean? Maybe younger girls. Who knows? That's why I said that's a good question. Like maybe there could be something coming out of this, like where Randy like passes the torch, so to speak. What do you think of that?
I was thinking if they even were to have him do this, I mean, you gotta look at Sami Zayn as a guy who's not a fan of Cody nowadays, and you got to find someone who hates or dislikes Cody the same way that Randy does, or as Cody. Sammy's in a weird spot right now. He might be getting Trick Williams at WrestleMania, but him and Randy do something. I don't know. I'm just going by Dan's question about a stable. I don't think Randy needs it, but if there's someone you can say, "Hey, come on board," it'd be a guy like Sami Zayn. Another photo coming out of SmackDown.
Listen, Cody is the quintessential theater kid, man. Like whenever I meet somebody that doesn't really watch wrestling or hasn't in a long time, they're never really weird about it when I tell them like, oh, like, I love wrestling, whatever. The first thing I say to them is like, man, they're basically just like a bunch of theater kids with muscles who kind of like violence. Look at this guy. Look at the face. You know what I mean? He's
trying to zoom in the best way. Yeah, he is, bro. I mean,
he's playing this up so incredibly. You would think that he is concussed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really on his way out. Like hilarious.
I'm trying to, before I go on to something else on SmackDown, I want to try to get you the audio of the of what happened.
Right now on my screen is the Trick Williams Jacob Fatu segment, by the way. This is hilarious.
The who?
Trick and
backstage?
Yeah, Fatu.
Okay, let me get this out. This is some of the audio from the Cody Orton segment that led into Orton attacking Cody Rhodes.
And after the main event of WrestleMania, when the last bell rings, I want you to know, I will always love you.
See? So Orton's looking at him, looking to sign it. Cody's clapping. They shake hands. It's a hug. And that's where Orton attacks Cody.
I mean, the number one rule in wrestling, never hug your opponent, especially if y'all are friends. Number one rule.
I hear the crowd, though.
It feels like a little bit of like disappointment at first. Like,
what are you doing, Randy? Losing his mind here against Cody. What is it? Whoa!
So that's what you got from that Orton segment with Cody Rhodes. I would like to still see Orton walk out a Mania champion, but I don't think it happens now. I don't.
What changed? Why would you say he doesn't?
I mean, if you ask me prediction, I would still pick Orton, but it's like, would they really have Cody lose back-to-back WrestleManias in the main event?
Why not? I think I don't know. I think like Cody's gonna stay in that zone, but also they want Cody to be one of the greats, and you can't be one of the greats if you haven't lost the title a bunch of times too. You know what I mean? Like in order for you to be a 10-time champion or a 15-time champion or whatever, that means you have to have lost a bunch. You know what I mean? You might have had long runs, like that's the point too, right? The longevity, but you know, Cody, I'm sure he knows, right? Like he wants to be in that space, and that he wants to be in that conversation too one day. So yeah, kill two birds with one stone. Take the belt off him. Let Randy get a run. I say put the belt on Randy till SummerSlam. Fuck it, even longer if it's working. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm cool with it. Randy has openly said how much he wants to do this for another like 5-10 years. You know what I mean? Like and so why not? Like this is probably the last few years of where it's like makes sense for the business. You know what I mean? For him to be like a champion like that. So and also if who are we gonna put it on? Cody, Roman again? Like you know what I mean? Like it just we shouldn't get stale.
Sammy.
You see Sammy as the guy?
I mean, they having him interact with Cody and Orton as if at some point in time he's going to be in this mix, which I'm not mad about, because if it's not Cody, if it's not Orton, if it ain't the regular Seth, Punk, and Roman who is in the world title picture,
Drew,
Sammy could be another guy. Like, hey, I'm not saying have a year-long reign, but it could be someone that I don't think Cody has fought Sami Zayn. If I'm bugging,
I'm sure he has.
In the E.
Yeah, I'm sure he has. You don't think they've never faced off against each other?
I don't know. I know it's not a PLE. I know Cody's never defended the title against Sami Zayn.
We gotta fact check that. Yeah, we gotta fact check that. But I'm just saying, look, I don't know if it's like maybe he's this generation's Foley, but I believed Foley could be champion for a while, particularly because back then it was like we talk about it all the time. Like there was a little bit of that hot potato aspect where, you know, someone could lose the title on Raw, come back on Raw and win it. Like, you know what I mean? Like you just never knew, and that's what made it so exciting because you had to tune in, you know. Which I feel like they're getting back to, which I like. It was way too predictable for a few years, whereas like the title's only going to change hands at WrestleMania or SummerSlam. You know what I mean? Like I think, and that went for men's and women's. The only time in the past few years, I think that someone won was like the night after Mania when Rhea Ripley won. Other than that, it was always at WrestleMania or SummerSlam for like the past 3 years, maybe even longer. So it was like, all right, like why should I even watch a PLE if like I know the title's not going to change hands? But anyway, to stay on topic. Look, I like Sami Zayn. I get it. I like his character. I love that he's an underdog. Put the gold belt on him. There's nothing in me that sees him as like the top guy. I could see Kevin Owens.
Yeah. I was
Like
doing the research. Yeah.
I believe. Oh wait, what'd you find?
It says, yes, Cody and Sami Zayn have faced each other in the E, most notably in a high stakes rivalry in the early 2026 in the high profile matchup leading up to Chambers. I guess they counting that triple threat qualifying match. So what they're telling me is that they've never fought one-on-one. So that's what I'm saying. Like Sami Zayn could be in that position where leading into the summer, and maybe he knocks off Orton, maybe he knocks off Cody, maybe just it's like the modern day Foley. Oh shit, I beat The Rock, and now I'm champion.
I just don't see it. Like at least with Foley, like, and the reason I made that connection is because they both had like that. We're such an underdog. We don't have like the big physique. But Foley, at least, like you knew he could take pain. Like there was something still intimidating about the idea of a man you couldn't hurt.
Mm.
Whereas like Sammy has a lot of heart, but people be folding him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people be beating the shit out of Sammy. And you like, yeah, bro, like stay down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I admire the chutzpah. You know what I'm saying? I admire the balls, the cojones, whatever you need to say. I admire the fact that you're not soft. You'll go out there and you'll fight and you'll fight and you'll fight, but you just don't got that it factor. And also just from like a I don't know, like I don't see him in the same light that I see those other guys we just mentioned. Personally, I mean, you know, who knows?
I hear you.
I could see him with the gold belt. I could see him with that at some point.
I think if his persona changes a bit, like if you give me the Sami Zayn now with the like something's got to change with Sammy. If he wants to become champion, it's got to be different music, a different whole persona. It can't just be let's go. I
need him to hit, you know what I mean, like a Braun Breaker workout too. Like, you know what I mean? Just a couple, you know what I'm saying? Something. Because that's also it. Like, he just don't look like he could be champion. Like, Shawn was small in comparison. Shawn was in the era of giants, but he was ripped though. You know what I mean? You know, some Bruce Lee shit. Like, I might not be big, like huge, like the rest of these guys, like abnormally big, but I'm muscular. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I look the part. Sam, he just don't look the part at all. He's not a brawler.
Yeah,
like Kevin. He's not a body guy or a big hulking figure like a McIntyre. You know what I mean? He doesn't have like the Usos have like the football body. You know what I mean? Like they might not be like ripped, but they're not like small.
Yeah.
You know?
And if I could find it, I'll let you hear. But in the back, they had another Cody Sammy back and forth, and something Sami Zayn said like, I look or looked up to Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
And he told Cody, I don't look up to you.
Ooh.
So now it's like I'm thinking, all right, what if somehow, some way Sami Zayn gets involved in Mania and he's the reason why Cody does not walk out of Mania as champion? Maybe he helps Randy Orton.
I like that. Little seeds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, remind me, when is not the John? This is, I promise, this is connected. When is King of the Ring?
As of right now, I don't know if they're doing King of the Ring, and if so, when, because it's King and Queen, but there's no. All I know is the month of May, they got Backlash, Saturday Night Main Event, and Clash in Italy, all in 1 month.
Okay.
So then that leaves June. Obviously, we know SummerSlam's in August, but June, July, they moved Money in the Bank to September.
Right.
So we don't know about June, July, Evolution 3. Could it be King and Queen Ring in June?
I feel like we gotta get a King of the Ring, dog. Like we have to. We need it. And I feel like that's where, if I'm gonna believe this at all, Sami Zayn doing everything he can to win King of the Ring, that's where his storyline would make sense. And if he beat Cody to do it, even better. You know what I mean? Like I would fuck with that. I don't think he beats Orton, but I think that's like I don't know. Maybe that's the closest I can see him coming to it.
Well, this is some audio I found. I probably won't play the whole thing, but this is Sammy and Cody backstage.
Walking into WrestleMania as WWE champion, so congratulations, and I'm rooting for you at Mania for whatever it's worth. Okay.
Okay, I don't want to make it a thing either, but I know you said the exact same thing to Randy Orton. Sammy, what are we doing? We keep crossing paths. Let's just get to the root of this. If you're looking for a title shot on the backside of WrestleMania from Randy, I'm sure you have it. For me, I haven't even wrestled Randy yet. Sorry if I'm being short with you, but if anybody deserves a title match, it's you. We could walk into Nick's office right now and get you that. You're Sami Zayn. Is that what this is about? You want a title shot?
I can't believe that you would think so lowly of me, Cody. I can't. You know why I said that to Randy Orton? Because that's Randy Orton, okay? Randy Orton is one of one. He's a 14-time WWE champion. There will never be anyone like Randy Orton in the history of this business ever again. I look up to Randy Orton, Cody. I don't look up to you.
Well, is that really that wild to say? Like, not to cut the audio. Thanks for that.
Because we're friends. Cody, remember? Friends are supposed to be equals, Cody, okay? So yeah, you may be walking into the main event of WrestleMania again, and you may be WWE champion again, but in my eyes, we're equals. So you don't get to talk down to me like that.
I'm not talking down to you.
All right. You were saying?
Yeah. I'm saying he's right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're more contemporaries. Like, Randy Orton is like slightly from a generation above, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he's right. Like, he didn't grow up watching Cody Rhodes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
He grew up watching Randy Orton. So
that's a fact.
You know, like, that would make sense where he'd be like, nah, like, I still look up to this guy. I don't look up to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? We get it in together. Like,
Dan said, did the crowd care for Sammy tonight? I didn't have the sound on during his interaction with Trick. I think maybe the crowd, I think they're on Sammy's side, but it's not like I don't think it's 100%, especially with Trick, you know, with the momentum he's been getting. Yeah. You know, I think I don't know if they'll do it, but it's like a double turn coming where Trick is gonna be the good guy and Sammy's gonna be the bad guy, and Sammy's gonna just run rough shot. Maybe he'll attack Cody and make him lose the title and fuck with Orton because he looks up to Orton. That's the key line. Like, I looked up to this guy. I thought me and you were friends. You know, fuck that shit. You treat me differently. You talking down to me? Nah. I'm not letting you walk out of Mania with that strap.
Is that the match you want though? Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams at WrestleMania?
It's not about what we want. I think that's what they're leaning.
No. I'm asking you though. It is because we're fantasy booking. Like, is that the one you want to see? Like, would that be who? Like, yeah, cool. We can't control it, but I'm saying, is that who you want to see either of them in the ring with at WrestleMania?
If you ask me, I would rather do Trick and Carmelo for the U.S. title, but I think they want to save that in the bag to preserve it a little bit. Okay, I think it's a clash of two different personalities with Trick and Sammy. Sammy is going at Trick saying, are you talking all that shit? No, you don't back it up. Trick is saying you go out there and you want to become champion, but you don't get the job done. Right. And now Trick tonight he beats Jacob Fatu, right?
Ooh, that's a big win.
With the outside help of Drew McIntyre. We're gonna get to Drew now. So Drew, you probably seen earlier promo with Aldis and whatever Jacob. He said, I quit.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
He said, I quit. He leaves. Right. That's where he probably saw Jacob and Trick backstage. They popping shit. Trick was like, yo, no, do your fucking job, nigga. All this, your man's bugging out. They said, nah, you and Jacob tonight, SmackDown. We get the match with Jacob and Trick. Lo and behold, Drew McIntyre pops back out. Right? Yeah. He quit for an hour and a half, right? So he attacked Jacob. He puts it back in the ring. Trick wins the match. And then Drew attacks Jacob. So I'm thinking, yo, WrestleMania, all this other shit. Before the contract signing, Nick Aldis says, well, since you came back, and you don't, you're not quitting anymore. You versus Jacob Fatu next week on SmackDown.
Oh shit! I thought that they were gonna give that. I thought we might get that at Mania.
I thought so
But
too. But
if we don't though, so okay, I'm glad we're getting it now though, because here's my thing. I actually would rather, and I think there's a path to get there. I actually would rather Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre, and here's why.
Okay.
I feel like Sami needs a big win against somebody that just held the title, somebody that is bigger than him, stronger than him, overpowers him, in order for me to believe that he would be in the same stratosphere in terms of having an opportunity or a real chance or deserving that, like to go up against Cody or Orton, or even on the gold belt side against Roman, Punk, and win. He's got to beat somebody of their caliber. You know what I mean? And so, like, I feel like the one we could walk there where it's like, well, you two right now are the top contenders. You know what I mean? And like maybe have it as like, now I'm kind of just, fantasy booking all the way. Yeah. Maybe whoever wins that match gets a title shot the Raw after Mania.
And I think because there's a rumor report that Drew is going to be filming Highlander.
Oh, is he Highlander?
I don't know if he's the main guy. They said he's filming. That's probably why they took the strap off of him.
Oh, got you.
But then some were saying, well, Cody was fucking doing Street Fighter. He was still champion. Like, it just all that. Yeah. But so I think that's probably why they're doing it next week with Jacob. So if that's the case, are you telling me Drew McIntyre is not at WrestleMania at all?
I mean, I think maybe the case is like the movie is just like what's happening, and so they're just letting him do it. This isn't the old guard. I'll say it like that, right? Like, Trips is smart enough to know, like, if our guys or gals are in, like, the more they're seen, more people come to our business. And like, honestly, Drew, it's not like Drew would be in a title match. So does it really matter that he's not?
It'll be Jacob, but then.
No, but I'm saying like the two big title matches are taken now.
Yeah. So
the idea of like him not being in a match, if it wasn't to put someone over, like I don't think he would put Jacob over. It doesn't make sense. Particularly like if they're gonna just be in a street fight or something like that. But him putting Sami over in this spot, him and Sami going at it, and Sami beating him, that would mean a lot. You know what I mean? Like, to me, like that's the only match that makes sense. But if he's not going to be there because he's shooting a movie, then I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe him and Trick at WrestleMania makes sense, particularly for the reasons you just said, right? Like Trick yaps a lot, but he's still young. Like, he hasn't really won a lot. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Sammy's always out there complaining about what he don't got.
True. Shout out to the 790 that I've tapped in throughout this whole entire broadcast, the whole entire live stream, post show. Thank you guys, greatly appreciated. I did see a tweet on Twitter going back to Orton and Cody. He said, I ain't gonna lie, as much as I like heel Orton, I think Cody should have been the one to turn heel, not Randy. It's like they didn't learn from last year. The crowd won't boo Randy Orton going into WrestleMania.
It's too early. Like, okay, I got to make this point. I left my glasses. Let me grab them real quick.
Okay, got you.
But I still feel like it's all right. Fuck, I'm gonna make the point first. It's too early because honestly, at this point, turning Cody could be as big. Well, okay, it won't be as big, but it in the context of today, right? It would be equivalent, not in terms of like as big of an industry shifter. So let me say that before I say this. But it would be the equivalent of Hollywood Hogan, you know what I mean? Becoming Hollywood Hogan, like him going from red and yellow, you know what I'm saying? And the reason I say that is because for me, Cody is modern day Hogan. He kisses the babies, he cuts the all-American promo, and you know what I mean? Like, in terms of like he's such a face.
Over modern day Cena?
Well, Cena's done.
No, a modern day Cena.
Wait, what do you mean? Like,
Because you're comparing Cody now to modern day Hogan, being a good guy,
no,
not
no, I'm
turning
saying
heel.
like the Cena that we know now is like the Hogan of the 90s that we grew up on. You know what I'm saying? Like where the we never saw that coming. Everyone sees this coming because we know a little bit more, but it's just when it happens, how it happens. I think it will be, again, not as much of an industry shifter. It won't. I don't know if it'll be the same as like you know, where were you kind of moment. Everybody remembers like, holy shit, no, we never thought this day would come. We all know the day will come, but I do think that day, that heel run is going to have to last for a while. And I think it will open the doors for a lot. That's why I'm saying, like, in a contemporary sense, it will be almost as important. Again, not historically, but what that did, right? And what came out of it and what it created. And, you know, the Monday Night Wars and all the, like, you know what I mean? So much came out of the idea of this one person deciding to, like, you know, for them to turn him heel.
Yeah.
I think Cody as a heel in the E would open everything. Like everything's fair game. You know what I mean? People who we never thought would be in alliance could become an alliance. Other people could align themselves with Cody. You know what I mean? Like fucking, you know, Highlander Cody could fucking just be running amok, and the only thing that could stop him is the Shield. You know what I mean? You just never know. You could go so many ways. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what I'm saying when I'm like, right now it's too early. It's like the game don't need it. You got so many young faces. You got older legends who we kind of gotta, like, you know, get their just due, in the CM Punks and the Randy Ortons of the world. You know what I mean? Like, I do think if I was gonna turn him heel, I would turn him heel before Cody Roman 3. Because now it's more interesting. Now Roman's on the hunt. You know what I mean? Like, make Roman on the hunt, make him the champion, make Cody the champion, have him be the heel, and have Roman
be the good guy.
That from him. Like, you know what I mean? Like the promos they would cut, again, the alliances that would happen out of nowhere. I just feel like it would be so fucking incredible. It'd be so much fun. A true face Roman going up against a true heel Cody. Yo, I mean, and Cody has said before in many an interview, be careful what you wish for. Because I think that he really, you know, and I hope our girl Mimi is watching, but I think he really wants to be
a bad guy.
Like he would relish in it. You know what I'm saying? Like he would do it. He would do it justice. So that's why I'm like, yo, like right now it's just not the time. But the moment where it's like him and Roman and he's the heel, everybody's watching that.
And it's funny you mentioned Cody Roman 3, unless you want to get your glasses first.
Yo, let me go get my glasses. You pay some bills. Do we have any advertisements?
As Terrence goes to get his glasses, those who are watching on X and YouTube got its almost 800 views or 800 tap-ins from the feed tonight. Thank you guys, really appreciate it. Go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. I'll put this up real quick. Find us on all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at 2 out of 3 Falls Pod. And before I forget, for those who are still watching, number one, thank you. And number two, where are you? If you want to buy the 2 out of 3 Falls Podcast t-shirt, go to ProWrestlingTees.com. I think it's /Cruise Control Podcast. Again, ProWrestlingTees.com for the 2 out of 3 Falls Podcast t-shirt. It'd be nice to see someone wear this at a convention, WrestleMania, whatever it is, PLE, Raw, SmackDown. Either way, we really appreciate your love and support for the podcast. But yeah, T, so I mentioned Cody Roman 3. This is nothing SmackDown related. This is just a report earlier today. According to Dan, gotta give me a 2 out of 3 Falls Podcast T and a Wrestle Rant. Yeah, Graham has the Wrestle Rant tee up somewhere. If I don't know, let me know. But I put I probably put, I don't know if you can see it, but I put the link in the chat for the shirts. It's somewhere there. Boom. There you go. Oh, maybe you put private chat.
No, it's in the chat.
Okay. But I think the main, if I can do it, is real quick. I think it's supposed to be Cruise Control Podcast. But I want to make sure I'm not sending out the wrong link. Make sure it fucking works. But while I'm doing that, you mentioned Cody Roman 3, and there was a report with Dave Meltzer. You take it with a grain of salt. That the initial plan, but not initial, a plan for WrestleMania 42 at one point was a Cody Roman 3 Hell in a Cell match that was heavily discussed. But then the decision to change everything due to the injury of Seth Rollins and the decision to put the title on Drew McIntyre occurred. So apparently there was a plan of Cody Roman 3, WrestleMania, Hell in a Cell, but we are nowhere near that. Would you have preferred that, or are you liking Cody, Randy, Punk, Roman, night 1, night 2?
I've seen a lot of discourse online where people are like, oh, this is the first WrestleMania in a long time that they're not super hyped for. I do think we got to get to the build already. Like, okay, what's the card? You know what I'm saying? We got to get there. But actually, I'm glad that we're not getting the same thing. Like, look, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, that's forever smoke. You know what I mean? Like, and so I'm totally fine with them being, on one end of the spectrum or on the first night. Particularly because I feel like the gold belt around Roman's waist would look really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it would give it another level. Like, it would elevate it. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly,
I'm totally fine with that. And if CM Punk can hold on to it after beating Roman, that story just continues. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just an epic saga. And I think they need a little bit of that over there. And on the other end, I mean, let's look at it for what it is, right? Like, Randy is a legend. Who better for him to be? Like, would you have preferred Randy versus Drew McIntyre? No, probably
no. One-on-one, no.
Right? Yeah, not in a one-on-one situation. Like, but Randy versus his former protege, who is now QB1. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now we have a story. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, Randy's gone crazy. Like, Randy's hearing the voices again.
Randy's,
you know what I'm saying? So now we got a story. Now we have something to hold on to. Now we have something to sink our teeth into.
Yeah,
and I'm totally with it. It's now we got to figure out the rest of the card, though. I will say that, like, in order for me to really like get excited, obviously we have the women's side. I'm excited about that. Liv and Stephanie, I think, is going to be an incredible match. Not to veer off too far from the Meltzer point, but I'm really looking forward to that. I hope it can live up to, I think their styles are going to mesh well. And also I'm excited for Jade to get her opportunity.
Yeah.
To defend her title at WrestleMania. I'm of the belief that we're going to see both Rhea and Liv walk away with titles. But ultimately, like, it's still really good for both Steph and Jade as, like, the new fresh energy to be in that spot. So I'm looking forward to those matches. And yeah, there's no way they don't have the new guys, Oba, Trick, and Javon.
Yeah.
So can't wait to see what they do with them. And funny enough, even though I know they're building it with Trick versus Sammy, I actually think style-wise, Sammy and Javon would be fucking awesome.
Okay.
Style-wise, I think they would deliver. They would deliver. I'm a little bit more not concerned, but I'm not really sure because Trick's not really like a bruiser like that. I feel like Sammy's always best when he's going up against either high flyers or people that just want to beat the fuck out of him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, oh, him and Javon will work well. Somebody that's like this, like cerebral, almost technical, but Trick. That's the one thing still is his in ring. Trick has to develop like a true style in the ring. I feel like still like we don't know where he fits. I don't want to box him in, but I like if you ask me like, well, what's his fighting style?
Yeah,
I know he's cerebral. He's gonna think the match, but it isn't so evident just yet. Where I'm like, oh yeah, well this is how he, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
style.
A few more things before we wrap up in a bit. The Bella twins came back today. They were at ringside for the women's tag team title match with Charlotte, Alexa, Nia, and Lash. And it seemed like Alexa was going to the top rope, about to do the whole finishing move.
Yeah.
But before that, there was some interaction outside with the Bella twins with Charlotte, Nia. Nia was Charlotte. Jesus Christ! Swung Nia to the direction of the Bella twins, but she stopped, and then Nia picked up. I think it was Nikki, and then Charlotte went to kick Nia, but kicked Nikki, and then when Alexa went to go to the top rope, Brie came in, started attacking. Who was it? Lash or Nia. And then the bell rang. Then it's like you got all the shit going on. But now next week is Nia and Lash against the Bella twins for the tag team championships. So I think what they're ultimately going to do is probably a triple threat for the tag titles at Mania, because I think Alexa and Charlotte are going to cost the Bellas next week for the tag titles. Do I see a fourth team? Probably not. I think it's overdoing it. But if it's just these three teams for Mania tag titles, I'm not that upset about it. But that's where we at with that.
I'm trying to think of who, if there was a fourth team, who it would be at this point. Oscar and
no.
I
think that and which leads to my other point is that, and this is what we do here. There was another report of Dave Meltzer. I'm sorry, Body Slam, saying that sources indicate that Body Slam, Io Sky is expected to be involved with the Kabuki Warriors once again as we get closer to WrestleMania 42. They've been avoiding the long periods of in-ring action between Asuka and Io, as that is the match currently scheduled for Mania. There is some chatter about potentially adding Kairi Sane and ending up with a triple threat at WrestleMania as well. So either you get Io, Asuka one-on-one, or you're getting all three in a triple threat match. And then Io was just in a triple threat match last year. So do you want Io, Asuka? Do you want all three at WrestleMania?
To be honest, I kind of just want Io versus Asuka.
Same.
Because I feel like it's leader versus leader. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Asuka is the OG, you know what I'm saying? Like, but Io is the now. And they got to resolve that. And I feel like, you know, winner take all. You know, either that means like they become a faction again, and like whoever wins that match leads the way. Or they just put that whole series to bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like let Io versus Asuka, like let that be it. And like, you know, that's it. Like that's the end of that's
the whole shit. Yeah.
Warriors.
We do need to figure out 4 other matches for the women at WrestleMania. We now know it's Tiffany against Julia for the Women's US Championship. That's not confirmed, but I think that's where they're leading towards. Asuka and Io, women's tag, and AJ Becky. Plus you got Jade and Rhea, and then you also got Liv and Steph. So if those are your 6 women's matches, that means we don't know about Bailey, about Lyra, Natty and Maxine.
Is Chelsea Is she out because of the foot injury, or do we know?
She was on SmackDown. I mean, she was in a wheelchair, little segment here and there, but she's not in the ring right now.
Okay.
Noob said Io and Asuka is a straight up one-on-one, no multi-women match because it'll be overkill. I agree. It should be Io and Asuka one-on-one.
100%. And like let's not pretend like the best match of WrestleMania last year, right? Like it would just be compared to that.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to Asuka or Kari, but I don't think that you know what I mean? Like they're not gonna put on that level of a banger. So it should just be Io and Asuka and let them, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
let them finish this feud. Let them finish this segment. Let it be done. You know what I mean? And then figure out what happens with the Kabuki Warriors if they're a thing at all anyway. Coming out of this.
Who's
the
who?
You know, it's okay, AJ. I was trying to remember who the women's Intercontinental was.
Oh, AJ. So AJ gets Bailey this Monday.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens with that. If it's a clean finish or shenanigans, do they put Bailey in that mix? Or you run it back with AJ and Becky at WrestleMania?
That's a triple threat I wouldn't hate.
Bailey,
AJ, Becky, Bailey.
AJ, Becky, and Bailey.
I would not hate that. For the women's Intercontinental title, I would not hate that.
Me either. I think. Would you want to see Becky and AJ again one-on-one? We just saw it at
We did just see it.
Chamber.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe there's some sort of like you said, they shenaned once. They're most likely going to shenan again. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right.
Let's get some shenanigans going. Fuck it. You know what I mean? And then like even more reason to have AJ, Becky, and Bailey. Like, you know, I feel like Bailey's been the odd woman out a little bit. Unfairly at that. So yeah, like I would have it as that be the triple threat match for the IC title.
Is EO ranked higher than BO? Who's BO? The Squirter. Tell me who's BO. Remind me who's BO. I mean, that's
the wild name.
That's the name. We'll get back to that question. Who's going to win between Asuka and EO at WrestleMania?
I feel like it has to be EO. Right? Like she put on such a banger last year at WrestleMania.
She won last year too.
Right. Like I feel like it has to be EO.
Yeah, probably with Kairi Sane going against Asuka.
Right.
I think that's the route. Real quick, so Jade beat Michin. Rhea came out while Jay was talking, popping her shit. Rhea came out.
Literally, yo, you're so good because I don't know how you be knowing. That's literally the match that just went off. And then I saw Rhea, you know what I mean? Shout out to Rhea. Shout out to them shorts. You know what I'm saying? Love you, Rhea. Lord. I did squats earlier. You know what I mean? I gotta look like Rhea by this summer. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get gluteus maximus to be on point, you know.
Liv is gonna be in Brooklyn tomorrow at a TurboTax in Brooklyn. I mean, I might go. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you got some sort of access. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's the thing. Like, I'm gonna go there and wait in a long line, and I don't know. Oh, he meant Bailey. Is EO ranked higher than Bailey?
And what, like ever? Or like right now? I feel like right now, yes, because like she's regarded by a lot of people internally. There are some people who would say she's the best women's wrestler
right now.
Like, Trips says that all the time. Like if I had to start with one person, one girl, like he says I'd pick Io. He says that all the time.
Yeah.
Now we all know Rhea's the most over, you know what I mean, and rightfully so. Like we know Charlotte is like the most decorated, and you know what I mean. Like they're all legends, but Trips says it all the time. Like no, if I had to pick one wrestler, I'd start with Io.
Yeah.
Now all time.
No, probably Bailey right now.
No. I know. I'm saying right now. Yeah. I was saying like yes, Io, but I'm also now I'm saying on the all time list, I'm gonna go Bailey, largely because she's had a longer career, so it is what it is. But two, we just talked about this last week where it was like, yo, the 4 horsewomen they're it. Like, you know what I mean? Like they are it, you know what I'm saying? And for all the reasons. So it depends on what you're asking. If you're saying right now, yes, it's Io. If we're talking about all-time list, you know, Io got some work to do. You know what I mean? Because Bayley has also now inspired a whole generation of girls who are actually wrestling. Yeah. And will tell you, like, you know what I mean, that she's the reason that they started wrestling. I mean, actually, what's the Dominican Nikki Blackheart? Is that her name?
Yeah, I think she just signed, right?
Right, and then I want to say she came from one of Bayley's, if not schools, then like her like tutelage. I want to say. So we're about to get an NXT star. You know what I mean? Yet another one because of Bayley's impact. So again, overall, long term, all time list, I would have to put that respect on Bayley. Because again, she's done it in ring, but now she's even done it as like, you know, giving back, and she's still got a lot left in the tank. So, yeah, all time list, I gotta go Bayley.
Yeah,
but, yeah. I hope that answers your question, Squirter.
Nah, bro. I just realized I've been talking for 4 hours.
It has been. Listen, you are on your own personal Iron Man match,
bro. This shit is.
Kudos to you. And kudos to the millions or the hundreds and hundreds of
That's right.
of viewers and followers. We appreciate you. Randy had to hold it down on his own. So until the third guy of the faction.
The last part I'll leave off with
to join in
regarding SmackDown. If you're on your Jade match.
Yeah. Well, it
finished
past that now.
Okay. So
commercial break. I don't know where I'm at.
She beats Michin. There's a promo with Rhea and Jade. Jade walks out. Rhea cuts the promo. Rhea walks backstage and check up on Michin, and Michin kind of said, "Well, I save your pity party for somebody else." So she's giving that attitude to Rhea, like, "Yo, you got your title shot, you know what I'm saying? Like, get away from me." And B-Fab, like, "Yo, listen, give her a minute. We're gonna talk, whatever," to kind of console Michin. But there's a photo online, and people are starting to put two and two together. So the last couple of weeks, I've been saying to Kenny, like, yo, what if Michin and B-Fab join Jade, like their own faction, like the baddies?
You did say that.
So people are starting to be like, yo, they're probably in on it.
Oh, okay, that's where I'm at right now. I'm at the pity party, Michin.
Yeah, backstage.
On. Okay.
So that's the time. I don't even want to hear it real quick, but that's
no. I'll always go back and run it back and watch it again. Yo, you know what? I'm sorry. My fault.
I think that I hope they're teasing that. You know, Jay can have her own faction, the baddies, B-Fab, Michin, Jay. Like, okay, just extra insurance policy that can get her through Mania to walk out of Mania as champion.
You see, Randy, this is why you could talk for 4 hours,
and it's proof that I've said this multiple times, not just right now. Listen, seeing a photo, like I've been saying.
I'm just giving you your flowers while the dirt is still fresh, because that's real shit. Literally, you did say it a couple times, but not only that, it makes all the sense, and that could be the way that we actually give Jade. Right, like some energy. Yeah. Like if she does keep the title longer, now she has a faction behind her, so she doesn't have to talk on her own.
Exactly.
But now you know how it goes when you're the leader of a faction; it permeates. Let's see if that elevates B-Fab. Let's see if that puts Michin in the intercontinental space where she actually belongs. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
or the women's tag titles.
Something, right? Exactly. Like, so I think that, you know, it would be one of those like all tides raise all ships kind of situations. You know what I'm saying? Where like, yo, yeah, you put them all together. And now everybody because the thing is, yo, we care about Jade, but we're just like, yo, like, write something for her, give her a match. Fuck, dude. Like, what is that her 4th match? Maybe since becoming champion, bro.
And bro, the wording they gave her, like, if you go back and watch it, Rhea said more stuff. I mean, not saying it was like of no, but she spoke more tonight than Jade. Like Jade, she said a thing, but I don't think they're letting Jade really.
Like, you put the belt on her, and I'm like, why? If you weren't ready for her to be champion, I'd rather you just not make her champion for no real reason. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Because now it just looks like kind of whack. Like, you had the belt on her for months. She's had 4 matches and no title defenses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, now, and 4 might be generous. I'm not sure she's had that many. And now you send her into Mania.
1 defense, Jordan Grace. That was it.
Okay, 1 title defense, but how many matches?
Probably no more than 5 since November.
If that. So, like, we know she went up. She did go up against B-Fab before. I remember that. She went up against Jordan Grace. Tonight she goes up against Michin. I'm not sure who else she went up against. I can't really remember. Oh, didn't she fight Chelsea Green? She fought Chelsea Green, right?
Yes.
So that's 4. And then I don't know anyone else. But so you've had her have 4 matches, and then you've had her have 4 matches, 1 title defense, and now you're sending her into Mania against Rhea Ripley. What?
Yeah.
What? So the only way it would make sense is if she had a fucking faction. It's like, okay, like, well, now she has
the original plan too was Bianca. So I guess they were waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Oh shit, we can't wait no more.
That's
Bianca's
fair.
out.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But even Bianca would have been like, yo, at least they have a history, so it would have made more sense.
Exactly.
I'm saying, like, in terms of like believability that she is prepared to defend her title. Like, even against Bianca, I'd be like, yo, she's the same problem. You know, so she would still need a faction, I feel like, because like now I don't know that she can win or maintain a title on her own without some sort of help.
Make her a real heel. That she needs help to win matches.
Right.
Like the Edge and Roman. Like, I need my crew to be here now. Just like that, and it just shows like if you're gonna go that lane, that she can't beat Rhea on her own. She needs outside help. There's no Naomi, there's no Bianca, so she got to recruit some other people. And I think people on social are beginning to like read between the lines. Like, it could lean that way of like Jay recruiting, because there's a photo of B-Fab and Jay walking out together. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, then I don't know where Michin was at, but maybe she's trying to like say politic, whatever. But it can lead into Jade forming the stable with Michin and B-Fab. All right, Terrence, for you, is there too much dogging on Bayley from a company standpoint?
I don't think so, man. I mean, I think like listen, everybody can't be written into the top at all times. It's just how it goes. And I think Bayley, the one thing I think after watching, you know, again, a lot of the interviews and what have you, I hope Bayley recognizes how much her fans and the wrestling community appreciates her and like what she's done and continues to do, and like appreciates that she's also giving back. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, I don't know if she sees herself as important as she is. So that's the one thing. I don't know if it's coming from the company. I don't think that's the truth. Because she's still on TV all the time, and that's what matters the most.
Oh, because he said, or this person says she barely feels like a horsewoman sometimes.
Yeah, again, I feel like if you know the history, if you know the lore, she is one. You know what I'm saying? And you can never take that away from her. And like, again, I think like sometimes she says, oh, like she doesn't feel like as important as the other ones, but I beg to differ, you know. And you know, I went on a little bit of a rant or a promo, if you will, myself. Like, I think the last time I was on, where I was like, nah, like, because Randy asked me, you know, you asked me like, oh, like, well, how could I rank them? And usually I'm not like, I don't do the deflect thing. I'll just say, but I was like, honestly, I really don't know, because they're all so important in so many different ways to wrestling, to women's wrestling, so like where we are now. And yeah, I just, Bailey very much is a horsewoman. And I stand by what I said that night too. I hope that before it's all said and done, we get a horsewoman stable in the E. You know what I'm saying? Like, how crazy would that be if we get a horsewoman stable in the E? That shit would be nuts. So
that'll
I hope
require,
that we get that. Again, I hope that we answered your question.
Then that'll require Sasha Banks coming back.
Who she's always said she's going to come back. She said that. You just said when.
When?
I mean, when the money's right. You know what I mean? Like, but she's often said like she knows she'll be back, and I think it's not a question of if, it's more a question of when.
Will The Rock ever not be speculated for Mania? I think he'll be speculated until we get The Rock and Roman Reigns match. Well, and with it being Saudi Arabia next year, as of right now, I think that's the last hope we have.
I agree. I was just about to say that I think like the money's going to be insane.
Yeah,
for Saudi Arabia, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that the bag is going to be insane for everyone involved. And to be honest, well, how old is The Rock now?
I want to say mid 50s. I'm giving him the benefit. He's definitely not 60, but he's probably mid.
He's 53. No, he's 53.
Okay, so that's not bad.
And he didn't look bad last year.
At 40, no.
Yeah, he was decent. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still had it. But I am saying, like, I don't know how many more years we got until, all right, like, Rock can't really go like that no more. Yeah. So, and that's not to diss him. That's just Father Time. Like, you know what I mean? It is undefeated, that's ultimately. Fair. So it's like, yeah, like, I want The Rock to be able to give a Rock match, but I also want Roman to be the one to retire him. It just makes so much sense. It'd be so poetic. Like, no one else deserves to do that. In my opinion, no one else that's still wrestling.
Yeah.
In my opinion, deserves to do that. So I feel like, it would do all the things. You know what I'm saying? Like, The Rock retires from wrestling. Like, we get Roman Rock at WrestleMania for the Ula Fala. You know what I'm saying? Like, the real head of the table. You know what I mean? Like, all you bring back the Bloodline saga. The Rock's bloodline. Like, you got it should just be that. It should be about that. Pass the torch to Roman for good, even though we know he has it. But you know what I'm saying? Like that I'd pay for that right now. You know what I mean? Like, pay-per-view. If you want me like to I would pay for that right now. Like,
and I think I mentioned it last week with Kenny that when the Usos, did the thing with Punk, I'm like, if this is the 1 year that you're gonna set up Rock and Roman a year ahead of time for Saudi, it does not need a title.
No,
this could be more family stuff.
Right.
What if Rock costs Roman the match at Mania, but then like it's something where everything Punk is saying is right about Roman's this, Roman's that. He don't this and that. He's a piece of shit. He's an asshole. Usos really recognize that, but they're blinded by family. But what if The Rock comes in and be, yo, something like, he's not the tribal chief, I am. So the Usos would be aligned with The Rock, right? Or all the Samoans aligned with The Rock, because the Roman treated Solo bad, Jacob bad, the Usos bad, Sammy, Paul, everybody related. He treated them all fucked up. But Rock comes in and, yo, this is why I'm the tribal chief. And to the fact that you wanted me to acknowledge you 2 years ago, do you know how that made me feel? Or made me look? And you treat the fam like that? So like just coming in and being on some family shit, like just tribal chief kind of thing. And that's the story you walk into Mania 43 in Saudi with, because it's not for a title. It's not this and that. I don't think Roman walks out Mania right now as the World Heavyweight Champion. I think Punk walks out. It could be a Seth involvement for all we know. We have no idea. But if Roman does win, do they bring back the whole bloodline? I don't think so, because there's going to be some truth to what Punk said. Also going to be like, nah, Punk is right, bro. Like I'm not gonna fight, stick up for him, and he did all that bullshit years ago. Why? But someone got to come in and be the main tribal chief, and that's The Rock. But I don't want to spend all night on that. It's fucking 12:20 over here on the East Coast. I'll wrap up with these real quick. Will Solo eventually go to I think Solo should get away from the MFTs of it all. Go back, no pun intended, go back solo by himself. Because that's just dragging out with the Wyatts for so long. I don't know what they do with him, but he's got to get out of that. I think Solo has too much swag, jiggly for his current bland storytelling. All right. I'll leave you with this, Kenny. It is officially March 14th here on the East Coast. Weapon.
You said Kenny. I'm Terrence.
Oh, bro. I'm speaking.
I know you've been on
Terrence,
for 4.5 hours.
Terrence. I'll leave you off with this. Terrence with an E, by the way. It is officially March 14th here on the East Coast. Yeah. So that means today, I mentioned earlier, it is the 22nd anniversary of WrestleMania 20.
Oh, wow.
At the Garden.
Yeah.
So I went through the card earlier. I think March is a big month to mention the anniversaries because majority of Manias happen in March. So we'll keep tabs as the shows go on. But today, right now, it is officially the 22nd anniversary of WrestleMania 20, the Garden, March 14th, 04.
Where's time going?
Time's, bro, 22 years. Brock, Goldberg, Cena, Big Show, Eddie, Kurt Angle, obviously Benoit, Hunter, and Shawn, main event, Taker, Kane. Bro.
Wow. What a card. I mean, that's if I'm not mistaken, that's the match that Kurt Angle says is his like one of his best, right, with Eddie?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's that one. That's also the match where doesn't Cena go Super Cena on Big Show and like also have you ever heard Big Show talk about like Cena?
I'm pretty sure he has, but not. I
brought that up because I feel like this is the match that I'm talking about. But basically, like somebody asked Big Show, like who was the strongest, like to like hold him up, and like he was like Cena. He was like he was so sturdy, like he was like Kane was up there, obviously Mark Henry, but he was like no one like Cena just made him feel like a baby. Like you imagine how strong John Cena actually is. If Big Show's big ass was saying like, nah, like I felt most secure.
Yeah.
Like no one was gonna drop me. Like I mean, this man's been in the ring with everybody, all the big guys. But Cena.
04 feels like a year that never happened because it's so who heavy.
Oh, like Canadian, you who or the other,
Oh, you talk about Benoit?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's so who heavy. I don't know. Maybe who were top guys in 04 aside from Hunter and I don't know.
Like you said, Benoit.
Probably, yeah, Benoit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because it was that. And then Orton beat Benoit at SummerSlam to become the youngest world champion later on at SummerSlam in August.
Yeah.
But real quick, this was, yeah, they don't acknowledge 04. Yeah, to a degree. I mean, you can't blame them. Can't blame them.
But they do talk about the wrestlers do talk about, like I said, like Kurt Angle definitely talks about that match with Eddie a lot.
And Benoit won the Rumble. Yes, so he won the Rumble, main event of WrestleMania. Then he lost the title to Orton at SummerSlam. See my son. Acknowledge Bam Adebayo, 83. You heard?
I have to. 83. Coming from a Kobe fan, man, 83 is 83. Did it in an NBA game. I don't care how you got it. And yeah, that was still crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
If you, I'll say this and I'll leave it at this. If you can make whatever amount of points happen within the confines of the rules of whatever game, sport, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? I can't hate on it. So shout out to Bam Adebayo, you know what I mean?
That's right. Second highest scoring game ever in NBA history. Just the card for 20 before we get out of here. Yes.
Cena Big Show.
Yep.
Who won that one?
Cena,
right. Rob Van Dam and Booker
defeated Cade and Jindrak, the Dudleys, and Live Resistance in a fatal 4-way for the World Tag Team titles. Then he had Christian beat Jericho. Evolution beat Rock and Sock in a 3-on-2 handicap. Tori Wilson and Sable defeated Miss Jackie and Stacy Keibler in a Playboy evening gown women's tag match.
Yeah, we've come a long way. You know what I'm saying?
Long way. Chavo defeated Akio, Billy Kidman, Funaki, Jamie Noble, Nunzio, Rey Mysterio, Shannon Moore, Tajiri, and Ultimo Dragon in a Cruiserweight Open for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Wow.
Goldberg beat Brock with Stone Cold as the referee. Too Cool defeated World's Greatest Tag Team, the Basham Brothers, and the APA in a fatal 4-way for the tag team. So 2 fatal 4-ways. Victoria defeated Molly Holly in a hair versus title match for the Women's Championship. Eddie Guerrero beat Kurt Angle for the main title. Taker beat Kane. And Benoit beat Hunter and Shawn in a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. That was WrestleMania 20, 22 years ago today.
Yeah, because that was the at the end, Eddie and Chris they hug right at the end.
Yeah.
Right. That was that Mania. I mean, listen, you know, again, we don't, for a lot of reasons, we don't speak of them, but at the end of the day, like just from a, you know, I miss Eddie Guerrero. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Eddie, man.
That's a fact.
I miss Eddie Guerrero. I'll end on that. You know what I mean?
You can follow Terrence Watson on all social media platforms at Lower East Scribe. Myself, Randy J. Cruz, RENDY, letter J CRUZ. You can find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. Most importantly, go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rates, comments, like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for you boys on the program. You know, that's where we, you know, get good algorithm, comments, likes, you know, hit us up in the chat. That'll be really appreciated. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at 2 out of 3 Falls Pod. We should be back Monday nights for the Raw live stream and post show. And it is also 316 days. So I want to do some different things for that episode. Terrence will be joining us for the post show aspect of Monday Night Raw on Monday. Hope you got some Stone Cold merch to wear that day.
I don't, but I got some beer.
There
I got 1 beer.
You got
2 beers.
Are you gonna do the
3 beers?
That and shit?
Nah, because this is my personal laptop. There's a lot of stuff on there.
You say I love Austin, but come on, let's be serious.
I'll do that.
But yeah, start 316 day on Monday. Raw for the live stream and the post show should be a fun day. Trying to get some people on. It's gonna be a mix of obviously Raw, but Stone Cold moments, highlights, matches. We'll hear some promos. Here's, you know, some other stuff. Wear the merch. I know I got some stuff. I think Kenny gonna be on. DJ Juanito, Mimi. I think all 4 of us gonna be on for Monday, so that should be fun. So Terrence Watson, Randy J. Cruz, 2 out of 3 Falls Podcast. We'll see you Monday night.